Well, guys, right now it is 8:43 in the morning here in East Tennessee. I can hear a train in the background, rooster crowing. The wind is blowing slightly, and we're here in my garage. I thought I would set the scene for this video here today. I posted a poll yesterday in my community section. What do you want my next video to be about? And I gave you all 5 choices. And overwhelmingly at 54%, you all chose prepping, top 5 threats going into 2025 and beyond. Coming in second, at just 17% of the votes, which is a huge difference actually, was 10 items to stockpile before the coming struggle. I'm going to do that video in a few days, probably next week. But right now we're going to do prepping, top 5 threats going into 2025 and beyond. And guys, number 1 on my list is civil unrest after the election. And I don't think that it really matters who wins or gets appointed in this presidential election coming up November the 5th. Actually, my birthday, November the 5th, is going to be, so we'll have an election and my birthday to celebrate, hopefully. But I don't think that it's going to matter who goes in office. We're going to see rioting and looting and burning and pillaging regardless. However, if Trump goes in, we're going to see that on a massive scale. We're going to see it on a scale we never saw before. They've had 4 years to prepare, 4 years to get ready, and we saw what happened after Joe Biden went in office in 2020. They still yet found an excuse to riot and loot on the left. And they will this time because they like rioting, looting, pillaging, burning, destruction. But if Donald Trump goes in, we're going to see that on a much wider scale, and it's going to be like nothing we've ever saw before, in my opinion. And during this 4 years, they've been planning, they've been plotting, they've been getting armed. And if you have, all these people out here burning and rioting and looting, that's one thing. However, if you have just a few people, if you have 100 people that are trained, dedicated, and been planning to attack critical infrastructure, they can bring down the power grid. They can bring down cell phone towers. They can attack water treatment facilities. They can attack railroads, bridges, highways. I mean, they may even do cyber attacks after this election because they want communism. And if Donald Trump goes in, we're going to see these people get riled up through the media. We're going to see it be funded by certain mega rich people who did it the last time. We had the George Floyd riots after the last presidential election, and we know who funded that and who funded all the courts and things to make sure these people got right back out. But we're going to see rioting and looting on a massive scale if Donald Trump goes in, or if Harris goes in my opinion. It's not really going to matter. It's going to happen because they want it to happen, because it destabilizes. And if they attack critical infrastructure, like I think that they're probably going to, they could knock out complete power grids. They could take out communications, cell communication. How difficult is it to take out a cell phone tower? Very, very easy. If these people have been trained and know how to make things like IEDs to attack bridges and railroads and things, they could cause a whole lot of damage. And what we saw the last time was mainly on the liberal cities as far as the rioting and looting goes, and it affected them. We didn't really see it here. But if they do this, like I think they're going to, and attack critical infrastructure, then that could definitely affect us out here in the country. And the supply chain could be taken down. So many things can happen, especially if they're trained. And I think they've been training for the last 4 years getting ready for this, because they are communists and it's going to be their guerrilla war. I posted a video a few days ago with the guy that had the blue Chicago Cubs shirt on. He was talking about the guerrilla war they're going to wage. He was talking about civil war, and he was talking about all kinds of crazy things on there. And that's what they have planned. So we're going to see it happen after the election, in my opinion. Number 2, inflation and cost of living is going to keep increasing. The government, the federal government, the state governments, local governments, can't stop spending. But the local governments and state governments can't print their own money. The federal government prints, which is going to cause more inflation. We've been seeing that here now. And inflation on food is over 20% over the last 4 years, like 23% over the last 4 years, because they can't stop spending. Government cannot stop spending. And it doesn't matter if Harris goes in or Trump goes in, they're going to keep spending. So you're going to see the cost of living and inflation keep going up, in my opinion. Now, Donald Trump, if he goes into office, I think he will allow for more domestic oil drilling, more production here in the United States. So that could bring our cost down some, hopefully. But I don't see either one cutting back on spending. That's just what they do. They spend, and we pay for it through inflation because they get the money first. They get the currency first, and they spend that. They distribute that out for their pet projects and things, and then we have to pay it back through inflation because our dollars that we have gets worth less value. So we pay it back through inflation. If Harris goes in, we're going to have no oil drilling, no domestic energy production. They're going to keep spending, and I think she's going to levy huge taxation, or at least she's going to try to, on the population. They're saying tax the rich, but we all know that's going to be everyone. That's the way it turns out. It may start out being at a certain percentage, but over the years, very few years, they will keep lowering that down to eventually everyone will be paying 90% of everything that they earn. Socialism, that's what they want. So we'll see a direct tax and inflation tax if she gets in. Number 3, property crime increase. As the economy gets worse, people will start resorting to crime to make ends meet. If people can't put food on the table, they can't pay their bills, they can't keep their electricity on, can't keep their water on, can't pay their cell phone bill, they're going to be saying, what can I do to pay these? And a lot of people, instead of trying to figure out how to do something honestly, the most easy way to earn an extra buck is going to be stealing things. So you're going to see property crime go up, and your neighbor may come over to your house and break into your outbuilding while you're gone and steal your tools, for example. The guy down the street may walk by and see something in your yard, like your weed eater, your mower, and pass by, know where it's at, note that night, come back and try to steal that. They may break into your garage or storage buildings. They might steal your automobile. They might steal the tires off your car. They may steal your battery out of your vehicle, out of your tractor or whatever. So guys, as the economy gets worse, theft like that is going to keep increasing. It's going to be a huge problem. However, it's not going to be limited to just property crime like that. It's going to be also violent type property crimes like robbery, home invasions. Because people, if they think you have money, resources, gold, silver, guns inside your home, instead of waiting for you to leave, they may go in at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, come through your door and through your windows like a SWAT team with a home invasion and try to take what you have that way. And they want to target, weak targets. But when people get more desperate, they get more brazen and they get more desperate. Desperate times make people do desperate things. So theft is going to go up. Home invasion, robbery, theft, kidnapping for ransom, crime to make money is going to keep going up, in my opinion, as the economy gets worse. Plus, we've had tens of millions of people coming across our border over the last few years. Those people will be in on the crime spree also, in my opinion. So more people will definitely increase the amount of crime, theft, robbery, and things like that, just by the sheer increase in numbers of people. And guys, number 4 is a cyber attack on the financial system. I don't think they're going to use a cyber attack to bring down the power grid, the internet. I think it's going to be directly targeted to the financial system because that benefits them the most. If they take down the power grid and the internet, that limits their ability to put in their beast system. They have plenty of everything connected to the Internet of Things, control grid structure and things. But taking down the banking and financial system through cyber attacks or planned to look like a cyber attack that they control, to take down that financial system, they can come back, bring it back up and say we lost everything. We have to reset the system, the great reset, the financial reset. So we're going to have this new digital currency. We're going to give you all a guaranteed basic income. It's going to be monitored, tracked, surveilled, and used to control the population. If you post something that they don't like online, for example, they may fine you and take it directly out of your account. If you jaywalk, if you go through a stop sign, red light without stopping, it'll be automatically taken out of your account, because they're going to know everything that goes on. Because with this spy grid structure they're putting in place now, that's going to come in at number 5 here actually, because they're going to keep increasing the government overreach, spying and things like that. But number 4, they bring down the financial system. That fits their agenda. We're going to see that happen, I think. They'll use that to bring in central bank digital currencies and the guaranteed basic income, which is going to be used to control the population and the masses. Number 5, more government overreach. This will tie into number 4, like I hinted at a minute ago, because they're going to have cameras. They have cameras now everywhere, but it's going to increase. There's going to be more cameras being monitored everywhere. You may have drones flying, especially in the cities, monitoring, controlling people, seeing where they go to, and using the central bank digital currencies to fine people for doing what they deem illegal. It's going to be just like China, in my opinion. That's what they're planning on doing with the government power structure. Government isn't going to go away. A lot of preppers has thought forever that the government's going to collapse, it's going to go away, it's going to be a free-for-all for everyone. When in reality, it's going to be right the opposite. They're going to reset the financial system. They're going to have digital currency. They're going to have guaranteed basic income. They're going to use that to control the people. There's going to be more cameras on the streets. The police is going to be giving more power. They're going to be giving, like the power to stop and frisk, for example. If you see the police see you on the street, they can stop you and frisk you, search you for no reason whatsoever. They're going to be immune from any prosecution if they trample on your constitutional rights, because that gets in the way of their control structure. The police are going to be given ultimate power to control the people. And there's going to be, like I said, cameras everywhere. They're going to be monitoring everything you buy, everything you spend, everything. It's going to be just like communist China, but here in the United States. That is my 5 things I think are the biggest threats right now. And I went down this list, and I put this list in the order that I think that are the most likely and that are the biggest threats right now immediately. So civil unrest after the election, inflation and cost of living will keep increasing, property crime increases is number 3, number 4, cyber attack to bring down the financial system, number 5, more government overreach. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. If you don't agree, give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment, but let me know what you think, and also give me your 5 biggest threats that you think are the most likely to happen and that you are preparing for right now.